The following video contains strong language. All right, guys, I do have a Saturday editorial for you. I have a story I'm going to give you out of New York. Now, I'm going to put a bunch of links in the description box below. Two of them will be this story right here that I'm going to give you. It's from two different media outlets. This one seemed to give a little bit more info, so I'm going to use it. But I'm going to put two links of this story in the description box below. I'm also going to put two video links. One is the actual video footage captured on this story. It looks like the New York Post has a video as well. So you might be able just to watch it in the story. But it's on YouTube. I put a link below for you. I also put a link to something that happened with the NYPD a few months ago that was captured on video. So people are recording the cops. Okay, we're getting them out there. We're getting people involved. That's what we want to do. We want you to record every police interaction that you can possibly record. This is why right here, as well as other editorials that I've done that were captured on video. But this one right here, we're going to go through, and I'm telling you, we're going to talk about this real quick. If you think you're free in America, think again. From the NY Post. That's right. Thank you, New York Post. The New York Post gives us this story. Cops swarmed a Brooklyn subway this week in search of a man with a gun dragging out a screaming couple fresh off a date who insisted they did nothing wrong, according to a video and police. The video posted to Twitter shows the Monday night confrontation in which about 10 cops are seen yanking the couple off a number 2 train at Atlantic Avenue in downtown Brooklyn around 1 a.m. Police said they received a 911 call of a man with a gun and identified the man who matched the caller's description. Believing he had a gun, the officers attempted to remove him from the subway car while he and his companions screamed that they had done nothing wrong. Neely Grobani, who posted footage of part of the scene to Twitter, told the Post she entered the subway with a couple at Times Square and 42nd Street after the subway pulled into Atlantic Avenue. The doors opened and closed, and instead of taking off for the next stop, cops swarmed the car I was in, she said. We all wondered what was going on as about 15 cops stood on one side of the closed doors and we all sat on the other. She wrote in the accompanying tweet. As soon as the doors opened, the cops rushed in and grabbed the young man I was sitting across from. They grabbed his girlfriend as soon as she tried to follow him to figure out what was going on. Grobani's video shows the man repeatedly asking the officers why they're pulling him out. What did I do? What did I do? I just came off a date, he's heard saying as the cops pull him out of the car. And you do hear him say that. Before getting handcuffed and dragged onto the platform, the woman, who is seen struggling with cops, screams again and again, "Get off of me. Get the F off of me. And what are you pulling him over for?" Cops searched the train and the platform and did not find a gun, with Grobani saying there was nothing there. The man and woman were charged with disorderly conduct and released, police said. The incident is reminiscent of a brawl between teenagers and cops in October at the J Street Metrotech. I put the link to that video in the description box as well. Station that escalated after officers allegedly attempted to break up a fight. And then they got into a brawl, the teenagers and the cops. Cops were punching them. Now, the brawl one I'm not really going to talk about, but this one here, so you have a couple that get on a train. Somebody calls and says, that guy, I think he's got a gun. He's dressed like this. They walk on the train, and if you watch the video, I watched her video clip. They don't ask anybody else, like, did you guys see this guy with a gun? Did anybody see anything? They just grab this couple. They walk on the train, grab the couple, and pull them off the train. It's reminiscent of what the German army did to the Jewish people in 1938, 1940. Come with us, or we will sick the dogs on you. Yeah, it's literally like that. They just walk on, grab them. They don't tell them anything. He's like, what did I do? They just grab him and pull him off the train. Then they searched him. They searched the platform and the train. They found no gun. Do they let him go? Hell no. They charge them with disorderly conduct. Why? Because they were opposing and resisting tyranny with the NYPD. They were acting disorderly because they were trying to be free Americans. And people say, oh, you should just go with it. Just say, all right, officer, arrest me, whatever. All right, I'll go with the program. Fuck that. This ain't Czechoslovakia in 1985. This ain't the Eastern Bloc in 1986. This is the United States of America in 2020. I believe patriotism is still alive and well in this country. We're not going to just roll over and go, yes, officer, or whatever you say, I'll do. Fuck that. If I'm not breaking the law, you have no authority over me. I'm a free American. Get the F off of me. Go back to work. That's what you say to them. You don't say, yeah, I'll go with the program. Sure, go ahead and arrest me. I don't care. I'll go with the program. No. They don't pay me a salary, so they're not my boss. I'm not a slave. I'm a free American. So they're not my master or my lord. But in this country, a lot of people think law enforcement has some type of rule. They tell you what to do. Just do it. Just go with it. What? Are you really an American? Were you born here? What the fuck? Don't you care about your rights as a free American to say, whoa, what the hell are you doing, dude? I'm not breaking the law. But cops think just because they have a badge, they have authority. No. You have authority over people that are breaking the law, committing crimes, not people that are legally and law-abidingly standing there exercising constitutional activities, like riding a subway train after a date in New York. But that goes to show you anybody can call and go, yeah, I think that dude's got a gun. That dude right there. Watch this shit. Watch this. Hey, get ready to record, guys. We're going to put this on YouTube. Yeah, that dude right there's got a gun, man. Yeah, I seen the movie Nightcrawler. Anybody can call and say anything. Cops don't care. We got a call. Because they didn't even question it. You watch the video, they come on the train, they grab the and take them off. She starts acting up. Of course she did. God bless her. She's a patriot. I'm glad she didn't go with the program. I'm glad that she fought them and said, fuck you. Because they didn't do anything wrong. They were just sitting there on the train. Even the lady who filmed it said, yeah, she got on the train with them. They just sat there, and then all of a sudden the doors opened, the cops came in. Somebody said they got a gun. They didn't have a gun. They didn't find one. Thank God they didn't shoot him and then look for a gun. Thank God they didn't shoot her and then look for a gun, man, because they didn't find one. But they're still going to get them for disorderly conduct. Why? Because they opposed people with badges. Even though they weren't breaking the law, they said, well, now you're breaking the law. Why? Because we're not going, hey, hila. So it's against the law now. So you have to say, oh, to the governor of New York. Hey. I guess you have to do that now or you're breaking the law. I guess cops can just come up to you at any given motherfucking time and grab you, and either you do it or you're breaking the law. Really? You know what that's called? Tyranny. Fascism. That's not living as a free American. That's living under the thumb of law enforcement. And you do what we say or you will go to fucking jail. I watch those apocalyptic movies too, where they have soldiers roaming the street and you either do what they say or you get shot. Yeah, I've watched those movies. But this isn't a movie. This is real life. And that pisses me off to see that right there, because that could have happened in any city in America. And actually it does happen all over America. Texas, California. It's happening. And people are getting pissed off. Thank God that lady recorded that. And all of you people that live in New York, particularly you people that live in Brooklyn, You should be pissed the hell off. You should be like, you know what? We're recording every cop we see on the street. We see a cop car, we're going to walk over and record it. I don't care if they're talking. I don't care if they're doing paperwork. I don't care if they're jerking off to some nude picture on Facebook. We're going to walk over there and we're going to film that police car and we're going to see what they're doing. Because we are tired Americans. We're done with it. And any law enforcement officer that watches my video, you're going to have one of two reactions. Either you're going to be upset and say, this guy's anti-cop, man. Well, then you must be one of the ones who are doing this stuff, or you're watching it and seeing it and saying nothing. Because I'm not anti-cop. I'm anti-government taking our rights away. Or the second reaction, you're going to go, you know what, dude, you're right, but what are we going to do? I'm a police officer. Snitches get stitches and end up in ditches. I can't help you with that. I don't know the answer to that. Because you're the one in that situation, Leo. But what you're going to have to do is start snitching on these guys. You're going to have to do something anonymously, whatever. But if you good cops, and I know people say there are no good cops. I believe out there inside your heart, inside your soul, there's some cops out there that just really want to do something. You're going to have to start. Otherwise, this is what you're going to get every single time. I'm not speaking to every law enforcement out there. I'm speaking to those who fit this bill. Those who are pushing their badge onto people who aren't even breaking the law. Those who are getting pissed off at cameras. Well, tough fucking titty. I walk into grocery stores and there I am, right on a big monitor as I walk through the double doors of the grocery store. Do I get pissed off? No. I know I'm being watched everywhere I walk around in that grocery store. I go in the bank. I look up. There are cameras facing me right in the middle of the bank. Do I get upset? No. Well, they don't follow you around at work. Come on to my fucking job and record me. I don't care. Because I'm not doing anything that's questionable to my boss. I'm helping people. I know how to talk to people. I know how to be a public servant. Well, how come you cuss out cops then? That's a reactionary reaction. Boy, that was redundant. That's a reaction to their, I've already said it before, to you law enforcement officers, you Leos. For me, I'm the wall. When you throw a ball at the wall, you're going to get it back. If you softly toss it, it's going to come back softly to you. If you chuck it with all your might, you're going to get hit in the face with a ball. And so I'm that wall. Whatever you throw at me is going to come right back at you. If you softly, hey, how's it going? How's it going? But if you say, get your ass back, get back, motherfucker, it's going to come right back in your face. Because I know what I'm doing. I'm not just some naive camera guy out there recording cops. I've been doing this a while. I'm very good at what I do as a cop watcher. I know how to stay out of your way. I know how to record what you're doing and not interfere. But you motherfucking cops, man, not all of you, some of you hate the camera so bad. You just want to fucking grab me by the throat and choke me. But you know you can't because it's assault. So you're going to find some other thing to hem me up with. And that's what they're doing across America. Case in point, right here. They didn't find a gun. They found nothing that was called about. But because these people got upset about being grabbed for no reason, that will get them for disorderly conduct. What the fuck? You caused that. We're going to hit them over the head and then say, hey, you're getting arrested for rubbing your head. You're not supposed to do that. What the fuck? We're going to stomp on your foot and then arrest you for flipping us off. What the fuck? Is this the United States? Have I entered the Eastern Bloc in 1986? Time, space, continuum. You have left America in 2020. You are now in Czechoslovakia, 1986. I was in the army in Germany in the 80s. And I remember the Eastern Bloc of Europe there where they would have the bread trucks roll in, and there was like 200 loaves of bread and 400 people, and they would just, the first 200 people that come up get a loaf of bread. I remember us loading the trucks of blankets and clothes and food, and the trucks were on their way to Eastern Europe to give people blankets and clothing and food. I remember that. Guess what, guys? The United States of America is headed there. Actually, we're already there. You go to Los Angeles, you see all kind of homeless. Hungry, cold. Here you see homeless people trying to get in out of the wind and the rain and sit up against the wall, and the cops come along and say, get your shit and go. I see it all the time right here in this city. Homeless people, they're just sitting there like this the cop comes up and starts searching their bag and then says, all right, get out of here. The motherfucker was just sitting there. Wasn't even breaking the law. Oh, he's trespassing. Who says? You? Because the business is closed. So who called? I don't know. I want to know what you guys think in the comment section below. Let me know. Community Leo Watch, watching Leos. That's law enforcement officers every day. Thank you guys for watching.